Sean, I've got your stats here. 445 Accrington appearances. Third appearance record holder, but most EFL appearances for Accrington Stanley across 12 seasons, 73 goals, 95 assists. How does that make you feel?
Just didn't reach Paul Mullen's all-time appearance record, did I? But listen, I'm so proud of that. The day someone goes and beats that EFL record, I'm sure they'll go on to be, go down in Accrington folklore, because it's, as I say, it's a lot of games, a lot of minutes in the legs racked up, which I'm probably feeling now, 35. But listen, every step of the way was enjoyable. Shared it with some absolutely great people. As I say, none more so than the fans who've been absolutely amazing to me throughout my time there.
3 playoff campaigns. Well, 2 playoff campaigns, 1 promotion campaign. They must be the ones that stick in your mind.
Yeah, the playoff ones were the hinge of disappointment. Obviously, the first one, getting sent off back in 2011. Looking back now, as still a baby, really. As I say, disappointment, because I felt the first playoff campaign we had a really good team and probably had the best team. Certainly should have went up automatic. Probably disappointed and deflated we didn't, which is probably a theme for the one in 2015. But then we played against we were a young side, a lot of Liverpool-based players, come from Liverpool Academy, really enjoying the Football League, gelled together, and then just got outmanned by a Stevenage team under Graham Wesley that at the time were all 6'5" hairy men, and we were young boys trying to make our way in the game. I think if we played that game a few years later, we would definitely have won. And then a 2015 one is probably what people will remember. Heartbreaking not to go up automatic on the last day, drawing with Stevenage, and then again deflated going into the playoffs, and then the elation of Piero's goal, getting in front against Wimbledon, and then to again be sucker punched in extra time. Again, it's just I don't think playoffs are my best friends, but again we go on and win the league in 2017-18, which made it all sweeter.
That must have been the pinnacle, because I don't think anybody, when you came to Accrington, Accrington were a league club, so you'd never really experienced a non-league with them. But I don't think anybody ever thought that Accrington would make League One and become an established team in League One, apart from, John Coleman, Jimmy Bell, and all the team.
Yeah, listen, we had a if you played under John and Jimmy, you'd never settle for being, as I say, relegation candidates, as we should have been most years, with budget wise, and I think the 2015, again, same as 2011, you just got a group of players together that gelled, great changing room, some great lads. And then I think when we lost them players after 2015, it hurt us a little bit for a couple of seasons. And I think the season before we won the league, we finished just outside the playoffs. But I personally remember going away that summer, after looking at the league, playing nearly every game, watching. It was Portsmouth who went up, actually, watching Paul Cook celebrating with Portsmouth, all their celebrations, and I was jealous. And I went back into pre-season with sort of a point to prove, thinking that should be us next year, because we kept hold of a nucleus of players that year. And as I say, we went on. He made a couple of signings here and there, cadence and stuff like that, and then we won the league convincingly in the end.
I guess it was tough at the end because injury eventually thwarted you, like saying, breaking Paul Mullen and Andy Proctor's records. That must have been a hard final season at Accrington for you.
It was, and as I say, I think you never think throughout your career, and people say it goes quick, and it genuinely does go quick. It goes like in the blink of an eye. So for that last year, probably it had been an accumulation of injuries over my career, just caught up with me. I had my Achilles surgery, I had soleus injuries, calf injuries, groins. I had a multitude of injuries over my career, and I think as you're younger, you think nothing of it. You get fit, you get healthy, and I think once you get to a certain age, which you never think will happen, but it does, them injuries do come back to bite you. Unfortunate that the injury that did really kill me wasn't like a pull or a strain. It was a broken ankle that where my studs got caught in the floor. But I just felt myself I was never really I never really recovered properly from it in terms of getting back to the level that I could. As I say, I tried my hardest, worked hard, but then when I come back, there was another just all little setbacks that you probably get as you get older, and in the end, it was probably one setback too many. Yeah.
When you look back, I remember when you first came all those years ago, and a lot of people made the story of you working in Primark. Do you remember? You've come a long way from that little boy who was working in Primark.
It was, and that's where I met my partner, Jenna, working there all them years back. But as a touching on the non-league stuff now, I sort of have an inkling how that works, because that's where I started myself as a young boy. I was fortunate enough to get a chance of, obviously when I left Liverpool, people's dreams can be shattered, but I always just wanted to play football. And I was lucky with the manager at Skelmersdale who took me in, Tommy Lawson, give me I think it was like, I was contracted for 2 years on £65 or something ridiculous like that. But I was made up at the time because he had me Primark money and me part-time money. But I was just playing with my mates and I just loved it. And then obviously I was only there probably a year maybe, and then scouts started circulating, and then the late Eric Worley took a punt on me, which is, as I say, the rest is history. But it was nice that Eric, spent the money and paid Skelmersdale the fee that he paid to get me into. And then I was just like, I couldn't wait to go and hand my resignation in the Primark and become a full-time footballer. But as I say, as every kid's dream is to do that, and I was fortunate to do that at the age of 18.
You've touched on Jenna there. Obviously, you lost her last year. How are you and the 3 children coping at the moment?
We're just trying. That's it. It's coping. It's taking it day by day. You have your down days. You have your better days. But as I say, for me, it's just all focus on them. I'm trying to be the best dad and parent I can be.
And I take it they're all coming on Saturday for your testimonial game against Barnsley, which will be a big occasion for all of you.
Yes, it will. It'll be massive. I can't wait to see everyone. I can't wait to, as I say, it'll be my final goodbyes, really. Something probably which will get me a little bit emotional, because, as I say, I spent so many years there. I think it's rare now that a player would spend that amount of time at one club. Having the opportunity to move on, throughout my time there, certainly my second spell. I think a lot of players sort of run the contracts down now and leave on a free, or, I think over the years I was quite loyal, coming back off some good seasons in League One, 17 goals, 16 goals. I got to a place in my life where I valued coming into work and smiling rather than up and changing something. I loved it. I loved going in. I loved the people that I was surrounded by. I love the people that I worked under. And as I say, I love playing football. So it was a bit of a no-brainer. So
you're looking forward now. You've got a new job at Clitheroe. How much are you enjoying that at the moment?
I'm loving it. I am. I'm absolutely loving it. As I say, back to them old days of Skem. It's refreshing to see. There's no airs or graces with these non-league lads. To just come in, get the job done. No moaning, and honestly, I love it. It's refreshing, and we've got a great team. We really have. We're building and building, and I think the town of Clitheroe could have a promotion on the hands this year. And with the gates that they've been getting, with the crowds that we've been getting, if me and Jimmy and Paul Howard, also ex-Accrington, do a job off the pitch, I think with the squad we're building, and the chairman we've got there is amazing also, and I think we've got a real chance of winning the league.
So it'll be hard. It'll be goodbye on Saturday, but Accrington Stanley will always have the biggest place in the heart, and you'll always be a big name for Accrington Stanley, which is lovely.
It will, Daniel. Listen, I'll be there. I'll be there throughout me years, taking in games. I made some amazing friends. utmost. I've made some, some of the fans that I'm close with now, amazing people. And, as I say, I can't wait to get myself on the Clayton end and support Accrington down the years, even, 5 or 10 years down the line. Take my little boy who always talks about Accrington, loves Accrington, wants the new kit, even though I'm not there. He's still Accrington obsessed. So trying to sway him to Clitheroe a little bit, but it's not really working. But listen, as I say, some amazing people there, people behind the scenes. Listen, I'll be Accrington until the day I die now.